Joining me on the show, Prabhu Chawla, very senior journalist, and Ashutosh, an author and political analyst. Coming to you first, Mr. Chawla, one of the qualities that everyone, cutting across party lines, has spoken about about Dr. Manmohan Singh is the fact that he had no airs about himself. Even when he was the Prime Minister, there were certain places where he just used to reach and people could not believe that the Prime Minister was in fact in front of them.
Absolutely right. The Congress party has lost one of the only credible leader they had with them, because no credible leader nationwide acceptable to anybody. Dr. Manmohan Singh carried with him the credibility of a good economist, great international statesman, and a humble person who was brand which Congress party could relate to and ask votes in his name, because he is the father of economic reform, and they were able to sell him as a market leader, as a brand the Congress party was proud of. Even the entire country is proud of him today. Therefore, for the Congress party, his loss is a massive loss, because they can't replace and they can't find another Manmohan Singh in their entire Congress party. So for Congress party, now the time is how to think about project another economist which they don't have. And moreover, I will say his journey from just a lecturer or a Delhi University professor to becoming the Prime Minister of a country was a big achievement, because he was a very disciplinarian. He would follow the rule to the last minute, and he will go according to what he thought was the conscience. Maybe he was compelled by the leadership because he was not an elected leader. He was selected by the Gandhi Parivar to become the Prime Minister, but he never forgot that he has also some duties to perform as the Prime Minister of India. So he mixed good politics with good economics. He left the bad politics some of the time, but he had to accept it because of the compulsion. But more or less, he was able to strike a balance between a belligerent Congress leadership and his own way of thinking how to run the country. He was able to carry the coalition together in the first term, but he was not able to do so in the second term. But I would say that he was a good balancing economist, balancing administrator, balancing statesman, balancing political leader. The Congress party will not be able to find it in the coming times.
Mr. Chawla, please stay on with me. We've also got Ashutosh, who's an author and the political analyst, joining me on the show. Ashutosh, like Mr. Chawla was pointing out, that it will be very difficult, not just for the Congress party, but, if we look at across the political spectrum, to find someone like Dr. Manmohan Singh, because he had so many qualities. And, one of the qualities, and maybe that's the reason why we saw how the coalition governments were able to function, he had the ability to let others speak, and that is something which, people across various age groups have been saying, that he made them very comfortable despite the brilliant man that Dr. Manmohan Singh was.
See, if one word which can define Manmohan Singh is dignity. The way he conducted himself all through as a Prime Minister, because in today's world, when anybody acquires a small post and suddenly you see the arrogance in his walk. But this was a man who was a finance minister and who is rightly said as a father of the modern economic India. Narasimha Rao should also get the credit, but the one thing which added to the charm of Mr. Manmohan Singh is that he got another chance to become the Prime Minister and then take the march of India into the economic domain in 2004. And the next 10 years, in my opinion, has been one of the brightest in terms of economic reforms and in terms of economic movement of the country. From 2004 to 2009, India has seen many ups and downs. In 2008, there was a serious meltdown, the global meltdown, and then 2611. Despite that, India's economy grew at the rate of 8 plus. That is something which is remarkable. No other country could bounce back with so much force and robustness after that economic meltdown in 2008. It's all because of Manmohan Singh. Manmohan Singh, if had not put India on the path of economic reforms, probably today, if India is the 5th largest economy in the world and the fastest growing economy, that wouldn't have been the case today. So he should get the credit. And in my opinion, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the architect of the modern India in the sense of starting the process of nation building from the scratch. Manmohan Singh should also get the credit for being the foundation, laying the foundation for the economic India.
Prabhu Chawla and Ashutosh, please just give me 1 second, because the visuals that are coming in is of the casket and the mortal remains of the former Prime Minister of our country, Dr. Manmohan Singh, having reached the AICC headquarters. The Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, the other leaders of the Congress Party, Ashok Gehlot, PK Shiv Kumar, Ajay Makhan, all of them now walking with the casket. The mortal remains will now be at the AICC headquarters for about an hour. The top leaders and the followers, the supporters and those who want to pay their respects will now be allowed to do so. And at about 11:45 a.m., the casket, the mortal remains will then be moved. At about 10 a.m., the mortal remains will be moved and the cremation will take place at about 11:45 a.m. at the Nigambodh Ghat. Prabhu Chawla, coming to you now, some of the qualities that Dr. Manmohan Singh had, do you believe those qualities nowadays are missing in the politicians?
You're asking me?
Yes, Mr. Chawla.
Yeah, you see, look at the reception, the kind of thing the Congress party is rolling out for him. There have been many AICC presidents in the past, they have never done for anybody else. Narasimha Rao was not given even a place in the AICC. Sitaram Kesi was thrown out of the party. The question is, the Congress party thinks that Manmohan Singh was the only person who could give them some kind of a connect with the masses as well as the middle class. Since he was the hero of the middle class, he created middle class from 91 to 96 and later on from 2004 to 2014 when he was there for 10 years. So therefore, what I think the Congress party has realized that if we keep him alive, he may be dead, but he will, it's, as they say, the king is dead, long live the king. So here the Manmohan Singh, he may be dead, but he will long live for the Congress party, like they have been talking about Jawaharlal Nehru, the builder of modern India. Now for the next 10 years, the narrative of the Congress party would be that of Dr. Manmohan Singh, who was responsible for laying the foundation for a modern economic India, and therefore we are able to reach 5 trillion economy in a couple of years, which Dr. Modi is trying to achieve. So I would say the Manmohan Singh will go down in the history again, once again, the person who laid the foundation for a market economy, where he divided the supply side economics he started. But today we are there on the global top table because of him. When he was traveling abroad, people used to take him to the table, sit with him, respect him in the economics, as an economist and a good administrator. So therefore, India has very few heroes. In fact, in the post-independent India, there have been very little amount of heroes who could be called in various fields, from science to economics to politics. Only Atal Bihari Vajpayee is remembered from the opposition side. From the Congress party, I don't think any leader is remembered for his statesmanship or the kind of reputation Nehru enjoyed. Even Mrs. Gandhi was remembered now because Mrs. Gandhi was a good administrator. For the Congress party, for the past 10, 20 years, there has been some kind of a famine of leadership. And the Congress party is to suffer now because talent famine is the most severe setback with the Congress party has suffered. So I would say Manmohan Singh they will live by Manmohan Singh. They will keep his poster alive in the Congress party, and because of Manmohan Singh, they will be able to have some kind of credibility in the politics of India.